I wanted to share what I do every single day for my hormone replacement therapy. I thought I should show you my regimen. I have been doing bioidentical hormone replacement therapy since 2006, 19 years. It is now August 2025, and I've changed very little, but let me just go through what I do so you have an idea. Let me just show you what it is, which basically I have testosterone, progesterone, BIEST, which is estriol and estradiol together. This is drops under the tongue. This is cream I basically massage into my body. And these are drops under the tongue. Again, BIEST, progesterone, testosterone. I do these every single day, but I do different dosages depending on the day. Because what I did when I first started, 2006, I was 46 years old, I'm 64 today. I was still menstruating, and I thought I will just follow my cycle. And so that's how I did it. I used the same dose every single day for my testosterone, which I've kind of been my own science project on my testosterone. Right now I'm doing 2 to 4 drops a day. I'll do 2 or 3 in the morning, 2 or 3 in the evening, but I used to do 5 in the morning, 5 at night. That was a little bit too much. Yes, I know. But I do love my testosterone. Anyway, so I do right now 2 drops in the morning, 2 drops in the evening. But the progesterone and my BIEST, those dosages change every day because the body will put out hormones, different dosages every day, and that's how I wanted to do my hormones. I didn't think it was a good idea to do different than what the body does, and that's why I never subscribed to doing a same dose every single day. It just didn't make sense to me. My body doesn't operate like that, and I thought I should just follow what my body does. So as a result, what I did was I went to the pharmacist. I used the same pharmacy I've used since day one. When I started in 2006, they were called Belmar Pharmacy. Oh my gosh, I got that wrong. They were called Women's International. And then a few years ago, they were sold to Belmar Pharmacy. So they are now Belmar Pharmacy. But back then, 2006, I went to the pharmacist who I ended up having a great friendship with by phone. I never met her, but she retired. And that changed a lot of things for me. But meaning I just had a good person, a good resource. We would bounce ideas. I would go talk to her about questions. Now I just go to ChatGPT. Anyway, she put together this chart that would tell me this is the progesterone, this is the estrogen. Depending on the day, like days 1 through 5 is 50 milligrams. Days 6 through 10, 75 milligrams, and so on. So my dosages would change. And I knew that my body was doing this as well, meaning my body was putting out dosages that were different depending on the day, depending on where I was in my cycle. So in my mind, I just thought, I'm not going to do the same dose every day. That doesn't make sense. And that's how I ended up doing it. And that is my regimen. Let me tell you about the BIEST. I started with TRIEST. So TRIEST will have estrone, estradiol, estriol. But then I want to say it was 2018, maybe 2017, somewhere in there. I got these cysts in my armpits. And they were like, yeah, they were cysts, and then they would kind of go down. They wouldn't do anything. But I realized this is not good, something's going on. And what we did was we took out the estrone and we just left in the estriol and the estradiol. And now I've learned even more, and I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm going to tell her I want higher amounts of estradiol, because estradiol, now we're learning, it's still the Wild West, but now we're learning that estradiol in higher dosages will protect your bones, protect your heart, protect your brain. And this is what I want. So I am the type of person. I am my own science project. I do not wait for the experts because most of the time they don't know either. I don't care what people say. A lot of times they'll say, oh, do this now. And then years later, oh no, that was all wrong. Like when they told us that, what they tell us? Smoking was okay. And doctors used to tell us smoking is okay. It's not dangerous. Okay. Anyhow, that's why I just do my own thing. I don't wait to have the experts tell me how to do it because I realized a very long time ago, they don't know what they're talking about either. So I just do what makes sense to my mind. And I do want to say, that means I decided long before these were rolled out that I was not going to take any of the COVID shots. And I didn't. And I'll just say I didn't, and I can see what's going on now. We all can. Okay, and the other thing I've never done, I've never taken a flu shot. And I never will, because in my mind, all it is a scam. The flu has many variants, and so you might get a flu shot for this. And then here comes this variant that the flu shot is not going to take care of. Anyway, I don't do flu shots. And luckily, I was born in 1961, and at that time, there were only 3, this is according to my mom, 3 vaccines that I had to take for school, and luckily I only had 2. So I thank God, because I realize now it's all those vaccines they're giving these babies. These people grow up and they don't have good health because they were injected with God knows what. Anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And now let me see your regimen. Okay, ask your questions. Talk to you later. Bye.